Alright guys, welcome back to another video now. EA Sports released the FIFA 20 demo earlier today, and they also released all the player ratings for FIFA 20. So that naturally means that I'm going to cover them, and I'm going to be covering the Hearts ratings. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be doing a Hearts career mode. I will put it up for a vote, and I'm actually contemplating leaving Hearts out of the vote because I'm doing a Hearts Master League on PES. Last year, I did a special gimmick where I did Hearts in all three football games. I did them in FIFA, I did them in PES, and I did them in Football Manager because I wanted to compare, how I did with all three games. But unfortunately, I had a bad year on YouTube last year. I didn't really get to upload much, so we don't really know. So who knows? Maybe we could do all three again this year. Maybe we could do Hearts in FIFA, PES, and Football Manager to see how I compare in all three games. Or maybe there'll be other teams. Like I said, that'll be up for a vote. But let me know what you would like to see. Would you like to see me try it again with Hearts in all three games? Or would you like to see me mix it up and, go different teams in FIFA 19? Well, FIFA 20, should I say. Sorry, I'm a year out of date. I know I'm slow, but I'm fucking... It shouldn't be that slow, man. Mental institution for me. So FIFA 20 and Football Manager 20. But here we go, the Hearts ratings. The first thing I see is the highest rated Hearts player, which is Stevie Naismith. Can I disagree with this? Probably not. Love big Stevie Naismith. 73 rated, rare silver. Am I disappointed that he's not higher? I mean, maybe a little. I think Stevie Naismith's a great player. Again, it's the Premiership bias. We all know in his Everton days, I believe Stevie Naismith was like an 81 or something like that. And I'm not saying he's as good as he was back then, but I mean, let's be honest. If Stevie Naismith was playing in England, he'd be higher than a 73. And they've done it all throughout the years, man. Someone moves to a Scottish Premiership team, actually a big move, a move forward, and they'll actually go down in rating because they're moving to a lesser league. It's insane. For example, that Julian who plays for Celtic now, I believe they've rated him 73, even though last year he was a 77/78 rated player, and the move to Celtic's actually a bigger move for him. Celtic have paid money. It's not like his old team didn't want him and he couldn't get a game, and then Celtic just decided, take him for the sake of it. It was actually a positive move, yet his rating's been put down by 5 or 6, so mental. But anyway, Stevie Naismith, 73, he's the highest rated. Up next, we have 4 players: Berra, Suter, Haring, and Halkett. And this just goes to prove how good the defensive side of Hearts is. You've got Suter, Berra, Halkett, 3 fucking really good centre-backs. 3 of the best centre-backs in the league, in my honest opinion. I think if you were doing the top 10, centre-backs in Scottish Premiership, I think all 3 of them would make it. And then you've got Haring as well, who can play at centre-back, so interesting. But yeah, do I agree with those ratings? I don't know. Haring is young. Suter has got youth, so maybe I expected him to be a little bit lower rated than the likes of Berra, but I think Berra is nowhere near the player he used to be. I think Berra in his prime would have been, honestly, rated like low 80s. But he's not as good as he once was when he got the move down south. Up next, it is 70 rated Joe Piera on loan for United, and Michael Smith, the Rolls Royce. Everyone seems to love Michael Smith. Reliable, solid player. He does his job, and that's that. The next 2 ratings are 69 Glenn Whelan and 69 Jamie Walker. I love Jamie Walker. Was great in his first stint at Hearts. Hopefully he can replicate some of that form now in his return. As for Glenn Whelan, I get it. It's an experienced signing. I get it. But I don't know. I think he's past it, man. I don't think he should be starting for us. I don't think it's a good move. I don't know how much he's on either, but I'm assuming it's a lot. Anyway, his FIFA rating 69. And, again, probably last year, 2 years ago, he was in the Premiership and his rating was, he was probably like a 74 rated player. So they've just, again, it just goes to show how much they have been downgraded. The only 68 rated player in the squad is Demore. And whether that rating's justified or not, we don't know. We'll find out more this season, I guess. Up next is Ikepezu, 67, Connor Washington, 67, Sean Clare, 67, and Jake Mulroney, 67. So interesting to see Mulroney's rating has went up. I think Clare's also went up. Connor Washington, I think, was a 66. He's went up. And I think Ikepezu was 66 last year as well. So I think they've all went up. Gruccio's still 66. Ollie Lee, 66. I believe he stayed the same. Dika Mwonka, I believe, I think he was 65 last year as well. Doyle was 65, or was he 66? I can't remember. It was either Slamal or Doyle. One was 66, one was 65. So they're both 65. I think that's fair. I don't think any of them are, great. So I couldn't really expect them to be any more. Bosnich, the Australian, 65. Now we're moving on to the bronzers. And Stephen McLean, he was 67. It just goes to show you he's been downgraded. I mean, when he was at St Johnstone, he was the main man. He was leading the line. He was scoring goals. And now he's became a bit of a bench player at Hearts. 64. That's probably fair considering, he's just not done anything since he left St Johnstone. Harry Cochrane, 64. He's young. He's only about 17, 18. He'll definitely improve, so can't really complain about that. But 63 rated Burns, 63 rated Brandon, 63 rated White. Is there any more players, or is that it? There must be more. That doesn't seem like enough to make up the full squad. Oh, there's 3 more. Then you've got young Anthony McDonald, 62. Irvine, 61. And last but not least, you've got Hickey at 60 rated. So, let me know what you think, guys, of those ratings. I mean, a lot of the players are young, so even though I think Cochrane right now is better, I know he got loaned it to Dunfermline, it sounds crazy, but I think he's a better player than 64. I don't agree with those loans out, by the way, Cochrane and McDonald. I think they could have offered something to the team this season, but I don't know, Craig Leffine's decided to loan them out to Dunfermline. At least, hopefully they'll get regular game time, so they should improve, but I mean, it is what it is. But in terms of the ratings, is there any that you drastically disagree with? And for me, I don't think there's any rating here that's, I don't think there's any rating that's too bad. I've got to be honest. I would have liked Naismith to be higher. I think Jamie Walker could have been a bit higher. Suter 71, but he's young, so he will improve. And Berra, I don't know, maybe you could argue Berra should have been a little bit higher. But I think that's pretty much it, guys. I don't think there's any others that I can really, complain about too much. So I don't think Hearts have been too hard done by here in terms of ratings. And aye man, that's it. Let me know what you think down below. And this is the FIFA ratings for FIFA 20 ratings for Hearts. If you'd like to see me cover other teams in the Scottish Premiership, then let me know, guys, and I can make that happen. But until then, we saw Scotland 90. This has been the Hearts rating. Stephen Naismith, still the main man at Hearts. Hopefully he can lead us to the title this season. That's if we decide to do a Hearts career mode. But anyway, till next time, peace.